we've got everything pretty much back together. I don't have the exhaust on it yet, but I cleaned the carburetor, put a kit in it. I haven't got the cable hooked up yet. I've got a new cable for this. I'm not sure it's going to work though, because it sticks straight up, and this one, as you can see, which is the original and is kind of falling apart, this won't screw back onto here, but I'll work on that. I think I can get that. So the chains, there's a problem. I got two chains. One of them's a bicycle chain on the other side over there. You can see it through there. And I cut it too short, so I need to get an extension. This one's too loose, but the chain over there, they have to coincide with each other, I guess, so that it has a tensioner that you can put in there, but the chain was just too short. So I got one coming. They're only $10 for a bicycle chain. And what else did I do? I had to get a new arm for this, and I got that. And I got everything, the wiring all back together and everything, but I got no spark. Now, if I take this is the lead from the kill switch up here. So it's disconnected, so that's not the problem. This goes into where the points are, and I just put this lead in here. This is where the kill switch normally attaches. And if I just take a 6-volt battery and touch this lead, sometimes, if the points aren't shorted, which they apparently are right now, let's see if we can get this someplace where the points are open. I'm not sure. Yeah. Now, when you touch it, hopefully you can see that the spark plug is sparking. So that would tend to mean that we're not getting any voltage up from the stator. I cleaned the points. Didn't make any difference. They're coming closed. You can see them. But I wish I had an oscilloscope. I could look at this signal coming up from there and turn the engine over and tell if it was sending me up an AC voltage. Like I said, it sparks, so the coil is good. And I can turn it over, and I had to put a new cable in for the clutch. They've got a clutch in here that as you pedal, you can pedal this like a bicycle, but if you actuate the clutch, it turns the motion of the pedal into a starter. So that works now with the new cable, or jury rig cable, I guess you'd say. I'm not sure what the current terminology is. But I'm done for the day, and I'm gonna take a break. Okay, so what are we going to do today? Yesterday we found out that there was no spark. So we checked the coil by putting a DC voltage on it, and the spark came back. So today we're going to find out if we have anything coming from the stator. And to do that, we hooked up this meter on AC. Let me get that out here where you can see it. It's set to AC voltage. We hooked the one lead. It hooks up here to the blue wire coming up from the stator. That is the wire that goes to the coil. Now there should be an AC voltage on there when you turn this thing over. And that's what we're going to find out. We hope. Let me see which way I have to turn this. I'm not sure. Let's see. I can't see very well. I know there's an arrow on this. Yep, it goes clockwise. So if I turn this clockwise, we should see an AC voltage down here. Let's see what we get. And we saw something. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and look at that video and figure out where the decimal point is. And I'll be back. Okay, we just looked at that little clip that I made of the meter, and it's got a little over 12 volts AC. So that should be enough to activate this thing and give me a spark. That's assuming that the points are opening and closing, or it's possible that the condenser is bad, but I don't think you'd see the 12 volts AC up there if the condenser was bad. It would probably be shorted out. So let's find out. We'll go out, and the next thing we'll do is we'll put a timing device on there, and we'll be able to tell for sure if the points are opening or if they're opening in the right place. So we'll be back. Okay, here's the tester that I'm using, and it's called Timing Tester Aggressive, Nakaya Company Limited. Nakaya, I guess. So it's connected to the same place that the meter was connected, and we're going to connect the other end to ground right there. We'll turn it on, and it's saying right now nothing. Tester, I can't test it. No. And I think that indicates that it might be shorted. Let's see if we can run this around. Points are opening right there. Okay. And we need to fire up our little light here, and we should be able to see that in here. Points are right there. Yep, that's just when they open. So the points are opening. We know we're creating a voltage that goes up to there. Next thing, the condenser is right there. I'm going to have to disconnect it. And see. Okay, hopefully in this little box we'll have a proper puller. This one's forward thread. It's a 26. How about that? Okay. Let's see if we're... No. This one's a 17, so that's a 19. Pull that right off. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to unsolder the condenser. And I'm not sure those are available, actually. We wouldn't have any voltage if the coils were bad. All right, this is the condenser. We pulled the flywheel off. And there are two wires coming to it. One of them is a black wire, which goes to the source coil. And the other one is the blue wire that goes up and out, and that's what I had my meter and my little tester attached to up there. So we know we're getting AC voltage right here, 12 volts. Maybe it should be higher. To check this condenser, I'm guessing it will be about 0.3 microfarads because that's what most of them are. This meter will read in microfarads. But we need to disconnect it to check it. So let's get the proper tools to do that. Okay. My trusty old Craftsman soldering gun. Okay. All right. We put the black lead on ground because the case of this is grounded. We turn this on. There it is, I think. There. All right. If we look at this, we got 178 nanofarads. And I'm pretty sure that's not enough. So that condenser is bad. So we got to figure out how to order a condenser. I'll be back. Well, folks, my old friends over at Treatland, TREATLAND.TV, definitely had the condenser for me. So I got that on order. There's a couple other things I can do to this, and then I'm going to switch it off until the part comes in. I'll take it off the lift and put a different bike up there and do some work on that. So I got to change the front tire, and I got to put a chain on it, but I'm not going to film that. So you guys know how to do all that, right? So anyway, we'll get that done, and we'll set the Pinto aside for now and work on either a Kawasaki or a Yamaha AT3.